Hello students, welcome back to 8th session on permutation and combination. In this session, we are concentrating on how to measure probability. There are many approaches to measure probability, of which oldest approach is classical approach. As per classical approach, the probability is the ratio of favorable events to the total number of equally likely events. See, now we are concentrating on how to measure probability. There are many approaches to measure probability, but as per classical approach, we can measure probability by having ratio of favorable events to total number of equally likely events. Let me explain with an example. Assume that you are tossing a coin. We know that either we will get head or we will get tail. The possibility of coin coming down is 1. Yes or no? Because we are tossing only one coin. The probability of coin coming down is 1. Of that, head coming up is 1 by 2. Because there are two events, likely events. What are all that? Either we will get head or we will get tail. So, the probability of head coming out of that coming up is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is half of 1. And the probability of what is that tail coming up is 1 by 2. So it is customary to describe the probability of one event as P, that is success, and other event as Q, that is failure, as there is no third event. See, when you toss a coin, there is a probability of you getting head or tail. So when you toss a coin, the probability of coin coming down is on 1. There is 50% probability of you getting head. There is 50% probability of you getting tail. So assume that you thought that it's going to be head. In case if it is not head, if it is tail, it indicates what you assumed what you assumed has not hold good. So it is very clear that under which approach? Classical approach, the probability is ratio of favorable events to total number of equally likely events. When you toss a coin, the probability of getting head is 1. You are tossing only one coin. How many the total number of equal likely events are there when you toss coin? Either you may get head or you may get tail. So, 2 is total number of equally likely events. The probability of you getting head is 1 out of that 2 events or half of 1. Try to understand. So 1 out of the 2 number of 2 means total number of equal likely events. The probability of you getting tail is also 1 out of 2 equally likely events. So this is how we need to measure. If you want to put it in the form of what is that formula, P, that is probability of an event, is equal to number of favorable cases divided by total number of equally likely cases. Number of favorable cases means the probability of you happening of an event is number of favorable cases, that is A, divided by A plus B. The probability of failure, that is Q, is equal to B divided by A plus B. So P plus Q is A divided by A plus B divided by A plus B means A plus B divided by A plus B. So the probability A plus B divided by A plus B means 1. So P plus Q is 1. 1 minus Q is P. 1 minus P is Q. P is probability success, the probability of one event that is considered as success. Q means probability of another event which is considered as failure. So, P plus Q is always 1. When they ask you to measure the probability, the simple formula you need to make use is P is equal to number of favorable cases divided by total number of equally likely cases. So, let me start with an example. What is the chance of getting king in a draw from a pack of 52 cards? So there are, you know that one pack of card contains 52 cards. So total number of cards are how much? 52. What is the chance of you getting a king Out of that 52 cards, how many kings will be there? 4. The probability, the number of favorable event is 4 divided by total number of equally likely events is or cases is how much? 52. So 4 by 52. When you simplify it, 1 by 13 is the chance of getting king in a pack of 52 cards. Chance of getting queen, same. There are how many queens will be there in 52 cards? 4. We are going to discuss in detail about the cards later. So 4 by 52. Did you get my point? 4 means number of favorable cases. What is the favorable cases? Chance of getting king. What is the total number of equal likely cases? Total cards. How many cards are there? 52 cards are there. So out of 52, there is a 4 chance of we getting king. So 4 by 52 means 1 by 13. You can simplify it or you can keep as it is. So let me start solving problems on measuring probability. First we will see problems based on tossing coins. We know that probability is nothing but favorable outcome divided by total number of possible outcome. You can say like this also, number of favorable cases divided by total number of equally likely cases, or you can say favorable outcome divided by total number of possible outcome. First, we need to concentrate on total number of possible outcome. The next one we need to concentrate is what is the favorable outcome, what we are expecting. For example, if you toss a coin, there are how many possible outcome? 2. Either it will be head or it will be tail. See, I have written here either head or tail. How many coin you are tossing? Only one coin. How many possibilities there? 2 possibilities. So, total number of possible outcome when you toss a coin is 2 to the power 1. So, that is 2. When you toss a 2 coins, so either you will get head or you will get tail. How many coins you are tossing? 2 coins. So 2 to the power 2. Total possible outcome is always 4. For example, assume that you tossed 5 coins at a time. In each and every coin, how many possibilities are there? Either head or tail. So 2 to the power 5. How many coins you are tossing? 5 coins you are tossing. So what is the probability? Total number of possible outcome? 32. If you toss a 4 coins, 16. If you toss a 3 coins, 8. So this is how to identify total number of possible outcome, particularly in case of tossing coin. If you toss one coin, 2 to the power 1. 1 here means number of coins. 2 to the power 2. Power 2 indicates number of coins. 2 here indicates head and tail. Did you get my point? 2 to the power 3. 3 here indicates number of coins. 2 indicates head and tail. Because when you toss a coin, the possibility of head, there are 2 possibilities. One is you are getting either head or you are getting tail. That's why that's 2 is this. Power 1 is number of coin. Power 2 is also number of coin. For example, if you toss it 6 coins at a time. So then 2 to the power 6 is total number of possible outcome. So let me start solving problem based on tossing coin. If 2 coins are tossed simultaneously, find probability of getting exactly one tail, exactly one head, at least one head, at least one tail, all head, all tail. Exactly one tail. See, when you toss 2 coins, what is the total possible outcome? 2 to the power 2, 4. We can write it. So, when you toss 2 coins simultaneously, out of that 4, first one is either you will get head, head in both the coins, or you will get tail, tail, or you will get head, tail, or you will get tail, head. These are the only possible outcome when you toss 2 coins simultaneously. So, exactly one tail. You need to concentrate on one tail. Exactly one tail. Here it is, here it is. So, there is how many possible favorable outcome? 2 favorable outcome out of total possible outcome, that is 4. So, 1 by 2. If you simplify it, 0.5. So, there is 0.5 probability of getting exactly one tail. Exactly one head. Just look at it. HH, 2 heads are there. Here there is no head. Here there is exactly one head. Here also there is exactly one head. Out of these 4 total outcomes. So, there are how many favorable outcome? 2. 2 to the power 4. At least one head. At least. It can be more than that, but minimum one head. Here 2 are there. At least one is there. Here 1 is there. Here 1 is there. There are how many favorable outcome? 3 divided by total possible outcome of tossing 2 coins, 2 to the power 2, that is 4. So 3 by 4 is answer. You can simplify. How not simplified? At least one tail in the possible outcome. At least one tail should be there. Here two tails are there. At least one is there. More than one is also there. At least indicates one and more than one. So here one is there. Here one is there. So there are how many possibility? Three possibility. So 3 by 4. 4 is total possible outcome. All head. All head only one possibility. So 1 by 4. All tail there is only one possibility. 1 by 4. So this is how to measure the probability. So favorable outcome divided by total number of possible outcomes. See, if 4 coins are tossed simultaneously, what is the possibility of getting 2 heads, 2 tail, at least 3 heads, at least 3 tails, exactly 1 tail, all head, all tail. So let me see what is the total possible outcome. Total possible outcome, how many coins you are tossing? 4. 2 to the power 4 is total possible outcome. How many total possible outcome? Here it is 16. You write those outcomes if possible. Better to write. We can. T because you are tossing how many coins? 4 coins. So 2 heads, 2 tail. There is a chance of getting. 1 head, 3 tail. 1 tail, 3 heads. 2 tail, 2 heads. 2 tail, 2 heads. But see, one first coin, tail, next head, last coin, tail. Head, tail. All 3 heads, 1 tail. All 3 tail, 1 head. 1 head, 2 tails, 1 head. 1 tail, 1 head, 1 tail, 1 head. All 4 heads, all 4 tails. 3 tails with 1 T. 3 heads with 1 T. 3 tails with 1 H. Here, see, you just 3 tails are there with one H. H is there as which head of which coin? Third coin. Here, first coin will be maybe head and next 3 coins may be tail. So these are the 16 outcomes. You need to write this. So if you are in a position to write this, it is good to measure what is the possibility of me getting 2 heads, at least 3 heads, at least 3 tails, exactly 1 tail, all heads and all tails. See, at least how many heads? 2 heads. What is there? No. Possibility of getting 2 heads and 2 tails. So what is the out of this 16 possibility which I had written here? 2 heads should be there, 2 tails should be there. Here it is. 2 heads, 2 tail. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Totally 5, not 4. 5, 6, 6. So there are 6 favorable outcomes. So 6 out of 16 is 2 heads, 2 tail. At least 3 heads. 3 and more than 3 it must be. 3 and more than 3 heads. Here it is 1, 2, 3 heads and more than 3 heads. 3, I think only 3. At least 3 heads, 5 possibilities are there. You just check it out. At least 3. It means 3 and more than 3 heads. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are how many possibilities? Yes, 5 by 16. At least 3 tails. You just check 3 and more than 3 tails. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. So 5 by 16. Exactly 1 tail. Only 1 tail must be there. Only 1 tail. Here it is. 1 tail. 1 tail. Here it is. 1 tail. 2, 2, 3, 4. 4 possibilities are there. Not at least. It is how much? Exactly 1 tail. There should be only 1 tail. Here it is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, Only one tail. This is HT, no? So only one tail. There are only two possibility. 2 by 16. Exactly one head. One head. One, one, one. Only one head. Here it is. 2. So 2 by 16. All heads. All heads. All heads means H. Only one. See here. 1 by 16. All tails. Only one. T. So 1 by 16. So this is how to find out. I have not simplified. It is not necessary on our part to simplify it. You can write as it is. You can keep as it is. If a coin is tossed 2 times, what is the probability that at least one head is obtained? Exactly 2 head is obtained. If a coin is tossed 2 times, tossing a coin 2 times is equal to tossing 2 coins at a time. Yes or no? One coin tossed 2 times is equal to tossing how many coins? 2 coins at a time. So possible outcome is 2 to the power 2 means 4. HH, TT, HT, TH. What they asked? What is the probability that at least one head is obtained? At least one head. At least one head. It should be one and more than one is okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 by 4. 3 is favorable outcome. 4 is possible total outcome. Exactly 2 head. Exactly 2 head, only one possibility. 1 by 4. So this is how. So if a coin is tossed 2 times, in the sense tossing a coin 2 times is equal to tossing 2 coins at a time. This is how I calculated the total outcome as 2 to the power 2. If 2 coins are tossed simultaneously, tossing 2 coin is as equal as tossing 1 coin twice. So what is the possibility of getting one head, one tail, at least one head, exactly one tail, all heads. One head, one tail. So we know that total possible outcome is 2 to the power 2. 2 means head and tail. Power 2 means 2 coins are there. Totally 4 outcome. Write those 4 outcomes. HT, TH, HH, TT. One head, one tail. One head, one tail. This is one head, one tail. This is also one head, one tail. So 2 to the power 4. Sorry, 2 by 4. At least one head. At least one head. One head, one head, one head. 3 by 4. Exactly one tail. Exactly one tail. 1, 2. 2. Exactly one tail. Yeah, 2 is there. What is there? Exactly one tail. Means it should not be more than that. So it is 2. There is a small mistake here. Exactly one tail is 2 divided by 4. There should be one tail. Here it is. Here it is. It should not be more than that. So you just make small correction here. Exactly one tail means 2 to the power 4. Sorry, 2 by 4. All heads. All head means only one chance. 1 by 4. One favorable outcome. 4 is what is that? Total possible outcome. If a coin tossed 3 times, what is the probability of getting at least 2 heads, at least 1 head? All 3 are tails. A coin tossed 3 times is nothing but tossing 3 coins. So, total possible outcome is 2 to the power 3. So, that is 8. So, write all 8 possible outcome. I have written, you just see. HHH, HTT, THH, TTT, HHT, TTH, HTH, THT. This is the possible outcomes. So, at least 2 heads. At least 2 heads. It can be more than 2 also. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 8. At least one head. It can be one and more than one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 8. All 3 are heads. Only one possibility. 1 by 8. I have not simplified the answer. You also keep as it is. So this is all about solving problem relating to tossing coins. See, you must be in a position to identify total number of possible outcome. When you toss a coin, there are 2 possible outcome, either head or tail you will get. So that is, so 2 to the power 1. Here power 1 means 1 coin. So total possible outcome is 2. If you toss 2 coins, 2 to the power 2. 2 means possible outcomes. To the power 2 means number of coins. If you toss 3 coins, so 2 to the power 3. 2 means possible outcome, head or tail. Power 3. 3 means number of coins. If you toss a coin 3 times, which is equal to tossing 3 coins at a time. If you toss 1 coin 4 times, which is equal to tossing 4 coins simultaneously. Did you get my point? This is how to identify number of possible outcome. When you identify number of possible outcome, write down those possible outcome. So easily you can write. So then identify what is the probability of we getting only one tail, only one head, all two are tail, all two are heads, at least one head, at least two heads. For such question we can answer so easily. Now we will have a problem on playing cards based on pack of playing cards. You might have experience of playing cards, or you are having experience of playing cards. You know what those cards are. Playing cards are, what are the different categories of cards are there in a pack of 52. We know that there are totally 52 cards in a pack. Out of 52 cards, we have two color cards. You may be knowing this. 26 are black color, 26 are red color. Out of 52 cards, we have four different shapes. Color wise, there are two classification. One is 26 black, 26 red. Shape wise, four classification: diamond, heart, club, spade, 13 each. Diamond and hearts are in red color. Club and spade are in black color. In each shape, we have 13 cards. Inside each color, we have numbers 2 to 10, totally 9 cards. 1 ace, 1 king, 1 queen, 1 jack, totally 4 cards. 9 plus 4 means 13 cards. Why I am saying all those things is, unless otherwise you know about the pack of cards, you cannot solve problems on probability relating to pack of playing cards. There are how many cards? 52 cards in a pack. How many colors cards? Two colors. 26 black, 26 red. Out of 52 cards, there are four shapes of cards: diamond, heart, club and spade. Diamond and heart are always red in color. Club and spade are always black in color. In each shape, means in diamond, heart, club, spade, how many cards will be there? 13. When you take diamonds, or when you take heart, or when you take club, or when you take spade, 13, 13, 13 cards will be there. In each 13 cards, 2 to 10 in each shape of card. So 9 cards are having 2 to 10 numbers. Remaining 4 cards are considered as 1 ace, 1 king, 1 queen, 1 jack. Try to understand. So in heart itself we have 9 cards with number of 2 to 10 and 4 different cards. They are ace, king, queen, jack. So even in diamond, even in club, even in spade, same type of cards will be there. 9 cards of 2 to 10, 1 ace, 1 king, 1 queen, 1 jack. So out of 52 cards, there are 4 aces, 4 kings, 4 queens and 4 jacks. Try to understand. So these ace, king, queen and jack cards, totally how many will be there? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, 16. These 16 cards out of 52 cards are called as face cards. Are called as what cards? Face cards. This is all about certain theoretical aspect relating to cards. Try to understand, because I do not have any experience of playing cards. I studied about the card only when I started solving problems on probability. I never played with cards. So there may be some students who belong to my case in your class who have not played cards in their life. That's why I am explaining all those things. There are how many cards will be there in a pack? 52. Based on color, it can be categorized as black and red because it's a black and red in color. 26 black, 26 red equally. Based on shape, we can classify them as diamond, heart, club, spade. Diamond and hearts are in red color. Club and spades are in black color. You should aware of this. Again, in each shape, means in heart, in diamond, in club, in spade, 9 cards are having numbers from 2 to 10. 4 cards, try to understand, they are face cards. What are all they? One ace, one king, one queen, one jack will be there. In heart, in diamond, in club and in spade. So totally 4 kings, 4 jacks, 4 queens and 4 aces will be there. These 4, 4, 4, totally 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So these totally consist of how much? 16. These cards, that is 16 cards out of these 52 cards are called as face cards. So this is all about cards. Let me start solving problems on cards. One card is drawn at random from the well-shuffled pack of 52 cards. What is the probability of picking black cards? Based on shape, color, there are two categories, black and red. How many are black? 26 are black. Which are black? You know that. Club and spade are black. So club 13 cards, spade 13 cards. Totally 26 cards are black. What is the probability of picking black cards? Total possible event is 56 because there are 56 cards. Try to understand. One pack means 56. So probability means favorable outcome is probability of picking black. So 13 spade, 13 club are black in color. So 26 by 52 is the answer. If you simplify 1 by 2. Out of 52 cards, what is the probability of picking of ace and spade? Sorry, ace, spade or jack of diamond. Is probability of picking a ace of spade or jack of diamond. I'm so sorry. Out of 52 cards, what is the probability of picking a ace of spade or jack of diamond? When there is a term or, it means you need to add it. So, what is the probability of picking ace of spades? In spade, there is only one ace. In diamond, there is only one jack. So, 1 plus 1, 2 divided by 52. What is 1? In spade, there is only one ace. In in diamond, there is only one jack. So, 1 plus 1. They ask probability of picking ace of spade or jack of diamond. So when there is a word "are," it means you need to add favorable outcome. Did you get my point? That's why 1 plus 1, 2 divided by 52. If you simplify 1 by 22. One card must be drawn from 52 cards. It must be either a red or a king. It may be either red or king. Try to understand. So there are how many red color cards? 26. Out of the 26 cards which are red color, how many kings will be there? 2. Try to understand. Did you get my points? So, either red or king. One card must be drawn from 52 cards. It must be either a red or king. So, either red or king. There are how many red color cards? 26. So, how many kings? In the 26, try to understand, 2 kings are there. Either red or king. King will be there even in black card also. So those two are here. Did you get my points? In this 26 already 2 kings are there. All are red or king. So 2 kings from other color because either red or king. Try to understand. That's why 26 plus 2. In this 2 already there. If you leave kings here, 24 red plus 2 red kings plus 2 black kings. Totally how many favorable items? 28 out of 52. So when you simplify, it will become 7 by 30. Here I had written, see, just out of 26, we have already taken 2 kings. So we should add only 2 to 26. They asked either red or king. So red means 26, either red. In that 26, 2 kings are there. Or king. So plus 2 kings. Again, don't add 4 kings because in 26 itself 2 kings are there. So one card is drawn at a random from well shuffled 52 cards. What is the probability of picking an ace? Ace. How many ace will be there? 4. No. 4 by 52. How many kings will be there? 4 by 52. How many queens will be there? 4 by 52. So easy. One card is drawn at random from well shuffled pack of 52 cards. What is the probability of picking? Club. Club. So, based on color, 2 category. One is black, the 26 black, 26 red. Based on shapes, 4 category. They asked club, picking a club. How many? Based on shape, that is particularly club, how many cards will be there? 13. Favorable is 13 out of 52. One card is drawn at random from well shuffled pack of 52. What is the probability of picking red queen? There are how many red cards will be there? 26. Red queen. See, either red or queen. It is not like that. It is red queen. See, we had come across in previous problem. Either red or king. So 26 plus 22. Here it is not the case. Red queen. There are how many red color cards will be there? 26. Usually in those 26, diamond and hearts are in red color. In diamond there is one red queen. In heart there is one red queen. Yes or no? So totally how many red queens will be there? 2. So 2 divided by 52 is the answer. Did you get my points? So here it is explained. You just see heart and diamonds are in color of red. In heart we have one queen and in diamond we have one queen. So how many red queens will be there? 2 queens. One card is drawn at a random from well shuffled 52 cards. What is the probability of picking a card which is either a king or a spade? Either a king or a spade. Picking a card which is either a king or a spade. In spade shape, there are how many cards? 13. In that already one king is there. Did you get my point? In other shapes, there are 3 more kings. So 13 plus 3, 16. 16 is favorable outcome divided by 52. What is the probability of picking either a heart or a king? In heart shape, how many cards are there? 13. In that already one king is there. Either a heart or a king. So 3 more kings to be added. 13 plus 3. So 16 by 52. 4 by 13. So this is how to measure probability relating to playing card packet and relating to what? Tossing 1 coin, 2 coins, 3 coins, 4 coins at a time. So this is all about measuring what? Probability. I explained how to measure probability by explaining the formula of probability and even we discussed in detail the measurement of probability based on tossing coin, based on picking card from playing card packets which consist of how many cards? 52 cards. So remaining type of problems. Problems may be relating to dice. Problems may be relating to colorful balls. So such type of problems we will see particularly next session. Till that, take care. Thank you.